Okay, for our next lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to draw a couch or a chair. So for this chair, you're going to have to think about it not being the big fluffy couches like we're kind of used to. You need to think of it as being a little bit more blocky. So this is how you start with a basic chair or couch. I'm going to do a couch first. So over here on the side, remember, I'm seeing this line and it's huge. So remember to go back in here and make sure that your lines are very small. You're on the thinnest one. So you're going to create a box that sits in the corner. See how this corner here is right where the floor meets the wall? So that makes it so that this couch can sit right up against the side. I'm going to make it maybe not so tall. This is like the side of the couch. And then from there, I'm just going to start off with that basic box. So on the first day of class, we did the very, very basic box that goes back to the vanishing point. And just like that. And then we're going to create vertical and horizontal lines. So remember, when we're doing this, that it can't go past where the floor meets the wall in the back. So when I do this line this way, it needs to be somewhere sitting here on the floor, because you got to use your imagination an awful lot and make sure that it makes sense in the real world. So I'm using my shift key now, and I'm doing a vertical and a horizontal line. At this point, what I would do is I would start erasing a little bit. So I want to erase things so that this thing does not look like it is see-through. I want it to look like a nice solid couch. I don't have to be perfect with my erasing, because remember, we can do that at the end. The cleanup stage is really important, but it's not something that we need to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to erase away that. And then the next line that I'm going to draw is the line for the couch. You want to make sure that that's about in the middle. So this is where the seat is going to go. You don't want it to be too far down, because when you're sitting in a couch, you don't want to fall into it. You don't want it sitting on the floor. You want it sitting up about where your knees would be. So that's going to be the line for the seat. And then from there, I'm going to use my shift key and draw a vertical line up. And this is going to create the arm. I'm actually going to zoom in here a little bit so I can still see my vanishing point, but just so I can get a little bit better view of my couch. So right at the top of there, I'm going to go back. And sometimes these lines, they get a little crazy. Sometimes they're a little close together, especially if you're closer to your horizon line. I'm going to draw a line to the back. This is for the back of the couch. So now I have an arm, and then I have the back. Over here, I'm going to create another arm for my couch, and this gets a little crazy back here, but still good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this line and these lines and this line. So now you can see I have the arms of the couch, but it kind of looks like if you were to sit in this couch that you would fall down in a hole, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want to fall down inside of the couch and get trapped and never come back out. So what you want to do here, it's very simple. Where these two lines meet right here, you're going to use your shift key and make a horizontal line back. Where these two lines meet right here, you're going to make a vertical line going down. Now, sometimes this will run into this arm, and then you don't have to do anything else. But sometimes, like this one, you're going to have a little bit of space right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the vanishing point, and I'm going to make that line go straight through where that corner meets, and then I'll have that little line right there going through, and do a little bit more erasing. And now you can see the couch. Remember, you can change your eraser size, so you can get in here smaller into these little places like this. And so once you have that basic couch down, then you can start to modify it if you want. So if you wanted to add, an extra cushion on it, you could do that. So I'm going to go straight down here. So I'm going to add so that, it has a little bit of depth to it. So it actually looks like there's cushions on the couch. You can do that. There are lots and lots of things that you can do to this couch to make it look much more realistic. So I can add seats in here. Oh, I made a mistake. So remember, I hit Control Z if I make a mistake. Goodness me, it did it again. I need to go over here. All right, there you go. Don't get too frustrated if that happens. Just keep going. So remember, everything's got to be vertical, horizontal, or it goes to the vanishing point. You can do the same thing to make a smaller chair, but that is how you complete a basic couch.